Welcome to the Check Your Art podcast, a place where we discuss the intersection of faith and creativity.
Join us each week as we explore new ways to use our gifts to glorify God and inspire others. Welcome back to the Check Your Art podcast.
Hi.
I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Megatron.
And we're here
to transform.
And talk about robots.
Again.
Second week in a row.
Common thread. Yeah.
If it's not robots, then what else would it be?
I guess Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay, we can do that.
Sure.
Let's do that instead.
We can do that instead.
Yeah.
But next week, robots.
Yeah, it's probably Jesus.
It'll probably do. Yeah. You're right. Facts. So this is going to be kind of a mini episode, a mini-sode, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I will. And you will too.
No choice.
No choice. We're just going to really talk about like people that inspire us creatively and even not creatively, just in general. So we've got a little list and we're going to link all of their kind of profiles and socials in the description wherever you're listening. So would you like to start?
Yeah, I mean, do you want me to just rattle them off?
You can, I would say, like, talk about each one pretty briefly.
Yeah.
And then just be like, this is why they inspire me. And this is why you should also be inspired by them for a listener.
Yeah, I guess.
If you want.
I can do that.
You don't have to be inspired, I guess.
Whatever. Okay. So I have 5 people. 4 of them who I know, 1 of them who I don't. So the first one is my friend Lily. So Lily is on Instagram as Lily Triolo, Lilly, and Lily in the Loud Music Company. Lily is the light of my life. So we are friends. We met in Wilmington, and she has a band called Lily in the Loud Music Company. And I just admire the way that she walks with the Lord, even though like her band isn't Christian. Like she writes her music, sings her songs, and is just always in the pocket of the Lord. Like she is just incredible, and she is chasing after him with everything, in spite of like opposition and people who think maybe she should be going in a different direction. I'm just so inspired by her and the leaps and bounds that she's made just since I've known her. And she's recording music. I'm very excited.
Heck yeah.
And I'm going to go see her in concert in a couple of months. And I'm freaking out because I love her, but also I love her music. I think it's funny because sometimes your friends are like, they're artists. And you're like, yeah, not for me, but I'm genuinely in love with it.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
And then a worship leader, Jonathan Solomon, who I've met a couple of times, who is local to Greensboro. He is very, very cool. I am just inspired by the way he is putting out music all the time. It's really good. And I believe he has a conference coming up in September called Transcend. And some really awesome people from this area are going to be at that conference. And so he is J's Meets World on Instagram. So JS Meets World. He's really great. And then Amanda Opelt, who I met in Boone, who is... I could just fangirl over her, and I won't.
And you do.
I do so much. She is one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And we did worship together when I was the worship director at our church. And we always ended up in a girl band, which was our favorite thing. She is not only an incredible musician, just really staying true to her Appalachian roots. She's knows her history, loves the area. She has such a passion for people. And she also has 2 books out, A Hole in the World and Holy and Happiness. Sorry. And I don't know, she just inspires me to do everything all the time. And she started a podcast. I love that she is just getting after it. It is so incredible. And she makes me want to be creative all the time. On top of that, she's just a really good person, a really sweet lady. And you can follow her at Amanda Held Opelt on Instagram, AmandaHeldOpelt. And then my friend Alex, who is a worship leader at a church in Wilmington. He is just really cool. We have talked a lot about what it means to be a Black worship leader in like a predominantly white church world, because we don't go to Black churches. We go to churches that are non-denom or Baptist and predominantly white, and we found a lot of solace in each other, like understanding like the cultural differences. He is just an incredible songwriter, an incredible leader. He is so sweet and down to earth, despite the fact that he has more talent in his left pinky nail than I do in my entire body twice. And he's just really cool and sweet, and his wife is one of my favorite people on this planet. So it's just good through and through.
Yeah.
I don't have anywhere to plug him because, again, truly a low-key guy. He is just good to meet in person. So if you are ever in Wilmington, pull through to the bridge and tell him I sent you.
There you go.
And then my last person is Katie Torwalt.
Yeah, you're
Oh my goodness. I love her so much.
never met the gal.
Never met her, but her DIYs are so good. Her style is so good. And her vocals are crazy. If I could have anybody's voice, if I could Ursula somebody,
Yes,
it would be Katie Torwalt.
amazing.
And I mean, their songwriting, the Torwalt songwriting is just so good. And they inspire me to, I don't know, create outside the box, but also to stretch myself vocally.
Yeah.
Because I require that voice. I need to have it. I must procure it for myself. But those are my people.
Nice.
And stuff.
Solid people. Solid list. The people whom I love. Starting with Peggy Dean.
I love Peggy.
You love her so much. She is at the Pigeon Letters, and I love her so much. Did I mention that I love her?
I think you might have.
Okay, well, so I love her.
Oh.
Yeah. Because, so she is an artist just in everything. Like, think of an art, and she's done it. She's done almost everything, it feels like painting, calligraphy, watercolor, drawing, urban sketching, pottery, freaking
My goodness.
ornament making for Christmas. everything and I love it. And bullet journal. Anyway, the list could go on. I won't keep going, but she is just such a genuine person that, like, she was one of the first people that I started following on my artistic journey, and I learned hand lettering from her. I learned a lot of other things from her, and I've gotten through learning from her on her classes. I've also been able to get to know her a little bit in a personal way. We've talked before, we've not hung out, I guess, but been on a Zoom call with each other a few times, and so that's been really cool. She's just super nice, promotes community over competition more than anything, and it's like people learning about how to do the same art that you do doesn't mean that they're a competition, it just means that there's more that you guys can talk about, and it's community, which is great. I love her so much. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I do love her.
I think maybe you had before.
Oh,
I wasn't sure.
Well, in case you didn't hear it, I do love her. Another person that inspires me is Zeke Tucker, who his art, and he's just so nice, so kind. He gives me teddy bear vibes, but not because of the way he looks, just because he's gentle and kind.
Yes.
And I would give him
teddy bears,
teddy bears. I would give him a hug in an instant. But his art is just so cool. It's very mixed media type, photoshopping flowers on top of text with random tacos sometimes.
You gifted a lot of those last Christmas.
I did. There's his prints he's got an Etsy shop, and I think he has a website too, and you can get his prints on there for pretty cheap. Well, they're downloadables and then you print them. So, but he's also a Christian, and I love his balance between being funny, having humor posts, talking about Taco Bell and making it very pretty in a print, and then also talking about being a creative person or following after God and all these like kind of self-care, God-related posts, which are really cool. So, yeah, his is just at Seek Tucker. Again, these will all be in the comments. He's done Zeke. Tucker. And another person that I love, her name's Amber. She's also a Christian, and her handle is Salt Light Social. So it's good. Salt and light. Salty and lit. And she is a social media strategist. I'm probably butchering her actual title. I don't think it's engagement strategist. I think it's social media or content strategist. But she honestly, since day one of me doing any kind of Clover Buds related thing, she's been one of my number one fans and supporters. Oh, I know. And we've talked a lot just over Instagram and on Zoom calls, and she's just the most encouraging person. She's also so authentic and real online. It's so funny too to see, because she'll post something on her story on Instagram and show her coffee or walking her dog or something, and then sometimes she'll have a moment of that felt like it was a little too positive. I need to be more genuine and let people know what's going on. Yeah. And so her next slides will be I'm not trying to say that I have a perfect life, or I'm not trying to show you only the highlights. This is what's going on, and this is why I'm having a hard time. Or she's currently pregnant, so she'll sometimes talk about how being pregnant is really hard on your body, which yeah, you're growing a human.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work.
Too much work.
Couldn't be me. But yeah, so I just admire her so much because of her authenticity and the way that she loves God, and the way that she brings that genuine kind of aligned content in all of her work and everything she does. So I love her.
Good.
Yeah. And then I've got 3 more. So another person, Elina, I think I'm saying her last name right, but Lukas, but Elina. She is just she does abstract art. She also works for Peggy at the Pitch and Letters.
Nice.
So partly how I found her. But I think I knew her before she started actually working with her. But anyway, they were connected, so I ended up knowing her. But she's just very also very encouraging, very much is someone that you can bounce ideas off of, and she'll give it to you straight. She's not mean about it either, though. She'll just tell you her opinion and then tell you what you think or she thinks could be better or is good already. And her art is really cool too. She's done so many things digital art, intricate things like that, and then now it's abstract art. And so it's such a shift, but it just shows her range of skill.
Renaissance woman.
Yes, it's so good. Also, her husband is makes lo-fi songs and stuff and music, and I'm you guys are so good. I love you. So that's a lot of fun, and it's been good to get to know her over the years. And we're trying to make a collaborative Instagram account thing. We're trying to work out the details because she has the ability to make it, and I don't even have the ability to see it. So we'll have to figure something else out. But that's going to be a self-care art related account, which will be really cool. And then another good friend of mine, Sultana at Salty's Creations. She makes polymer clay earrings and has a big heart for dogs and rescue animal shelters and things like that. And also one of the ones who's been there since the beginning, from the beginning of my art journey. There's a lot I could say, but we bonded over Avatar: The Last Airbender, bonded over art in general, and just how, especially because COVID was very eminent when we started first talking. And so it was just been good to have virtual dinner with her sometimes. And then just support the crap out of her. And it's just been, I've really valued her friendship since the beginning, because he's also super supportive and encouraging and gives me all the good ideas. And then last but not least, my friend Kate at Chasing Wonderment. She is a mindset coach and loves to help you get unstuck from all the mindset blocks that we get and that we put on ourselves. So definitely check her out, because she had a podcast. She has a lot of episodes. She just recently stopped it, but it's all super valuable, like tips and everything. And then her Instagram, and she has coaching and all that good stuff. She also loves to talk to people, so you could like do a little discovery call with her at no cost, and she would just like talk with you and help you get over a mindset block. It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout out the fam real quick.
Yeah.
Your fam.
Oh yeah, my fam.
Drew, your husband.
Yes.
Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot say that.
Well, it's like Vincent, but
Without the N.
Vincent
Design Co. On Instagram, and he's been linked. I guess I'll link him again.
Whatever.
And his brother, your brother-in-law.
Yes.
I was like, what is that?
That was their relationship.
Grambo, also Wilson, at the Graham Wilson. Is that his handler?
Yeah.
Now? Yeah. Love that for him. But it's the GRAM Wilson
It'll all be
on
linked.
Instagram. So links in the description. They do art. It's very good. We love that for them. And also we love all these people. So many
and much.
And you can follow them, and you can be inspired, and you can love them too.
Love
Yay. Love them so much. Okay,
Yes.
well, should we plug ourselves?
No,
Okay.
just kidding. Fine.
Okay.
I'm at Clover Corner Co.
Clover Corner Co.
That's me.
And you can find me at Jasmine Christine's is my personal, but I post a lot of music and stuff on there. And you can also follow Selah Worship Collective, SELAH Worship Collective. Not a lot happened there, but when stuff does happen,
You'll know.
that's where it'll be.
That's it.
And you can follow us together at Check Your Art on Instagram. But you knew that already.
You knew it already.
Tell us who you love in the comments or in the
Yes.
DMs.
We
Send
wanna
us
follow
many people.
Follow more cool
We
people.
want to follow everybody. We
Everyone.
have to follow everyone.
Or else we'll die.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. Well, make good choices.
Or don't.
Whatever. Tell your mom I said, hey.
Hi.
That was fun. Let's do it again sometime.
If you like watching podcasts, we're on YouTube. If you're more of a listener, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and elsewhere in the ether.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, where we share shorter clips and fun little bloopers.
Okay, bye.